the answers are inside. Yeah, I am the 21st century superhuman. Now is the time. Come on everyone, let's celebrate. We are the children of the sun. I can see you when I look into your eyes. We are the same, and we are light, yeah, we are one. Here now, hear my ancient prayer and sing along. We are awakening as one, and we can make a difference. Yeah, we can be the change it takes to make the world.
Hi there, I'm Carrie Ellis, author of 21st Century Superhuman, and this is our 21st Century Superhuman show. Today I have with me my wonderful friend, Judy Jandora.
Hello, everybody.
Judy is going to be doing a tarot reading for us that is a preview into the coming months for the Awakened Collective on planet Earth and what we're getting into, what we're moving into. We're in very intense, very special times where the change that we've all been working on is very accelerated. And Judy just did some readings for me personally recently, which were wonderful. And when she did, what we came to the realization of is when we put our energies together, because of where we're both tapped in, we come out with some really great energies surrounding us and giving us input, and we come out with a really nice reading. So Judy, would you like to introduce yourself? I know you as someone who has a lot of deep insights, is quite clairvoyant and sensitive to what is going on in our world. You also do readings for people individually, and we'll have that access information available with the video. But go ahead and just introduce what you're going to be doing a little bit. And I'm so grateful to have you here.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm thrilled about doing this with you. I'm thrilled about bringing our energies together for this kind of oracle reading for these times that we're in right now. Like you said a minute ago, the times that we're in right now are so incredibly powerful and transformative day by day. And so what I think that we can do for this particular reading is kind of an overview for the month of April. I know that there are some PowerPoint days coming up here, the 9th. What we're going to do though is take this week by week. So today is April 1st, and we're going to take this week by week, and each one of the 4 weeks will have the first line will be the energies that are setting up, that have come to us so far to set up what's going on for this particular month. The second row will be what is going on for each week in this particular month. And the third row will be what the likelihood of that energy rolling out into the next nows could possibly look like. And I'm kind of excited about doing this. I'm using the Llewellyn deck. This is their signature deck, and it's kind of my go-to deck. It's well worn in.
Great.
So yeah, I'm just going to do some shuffling right now as we speak, and then I'm going to go ahead and do the layout if there are any other questions you have.
Yeah, and you'll be showing the cards as you draw them. And I'm thinking I can switch the screen over to you. If I do, then I can't really discuss with you because the camera gets confused. So I may switch it to you and just switch it back and forth a little bit if we want to talk about something.
That sounds really good. And also I'd like to take a moment before laying these cards out to go into about a minute and a half meditation, which really kind of centers the energy. It swirls the energy around my body system. It brings in your body system, goes into the ethers, down into the center core of this planet, and really aligns these cards with exactly what it is that we're looking for. And I know that the people who will be watching this broadcast are the ones who are meant for this reading.
Yes.
So I'm not worried about who it gets to. I know it will get to exactly who it's meant to get to, and it will give the information that is being asked for by them.
Awesome.
Wonderful. So I'll go ahead now and we'll start. bringing in our guides, angels, the beautiful high dimensional beings with absolute unconditional love at the core, that will assist us. We'll just get into a quiet space for maybe even like 10 seconds. As long as I can feel that connection, we're good. Take a few deep breaths. Beautiful. That's already a really perfect connection. It doesn't take long. I can sense when everything is in tune, so to speak. And as soon as it is, it's no time. So it's forever. It's like that, you know, in the space for this particular card reading. Now I'm going to pick these back up and go ahead and start laying them out in the 3 rows of 4 cards. Okay. Then the second row of 4 cards. And then the third row of 4 cards. 1 row for each week, 3 cards in each row. And then we're going to start out here. Let me go ahead and see if I can't give you kind of a quick overview right there, and we'll give a more specific view. I'll take pictures of these all together so that we can show them later for the card readers.
That was actually awesome, Judy. Why don't you do that again, just a little slower, really quick, because that was lovely.
Sure. Hold on just a second. Let me get them aligned a little bit. And I have crystals lined up for each week and above and below to lend their beautiful, clear energy, loving energy to the reading. So that helps a little bit right there to kind of get an idea of what it is, what the reading looks like. So we're going to start in the upper left-hand corner with actually this week right here, and what the energies are that are leading into this particular week. What is setting up this week? And this is the 8 of Pentacles. This is about work. This is about a lot of hard work that has been being done for quite a long time. Really, we've had our nose to the grindstone. We've been working and working and working on bringing in a system of abundance. That's what this is about, creating abundance right here. But this is the work involved in it, and we certainly have been doing that to prepare. And I think what I'm going to do is continue down those 3, so that what's going on right now is the 13 card. I can't hear you.
I'm muted. Sorry, I was thinking that would be a great way to do it, because we'd be able to follow the vision of this. So this is for this week, right?
This is for this week, and this particular card is what's going on for this week.
Right.
The overall energy. This is, gosh, I can hardly read this. I'm pretty sure it's the 13 card. No, it's the 18 card, and it's the moon. 18 card. That actually is, you know, adds up to 9. Everything's 9 right now. It's the 9 year. Lots of 9 going on, and the moon is. This is about really looking into the depths of our shadow self. So this week is really going to be about moving into our shadow selves, seeing in the darkness, seeing what we have in that space that still needs to be integrated, what wants to be loved into its fullness, that's been being pushed down and hidden for quite some time. And so that's what's going on for this particular week. And I'm gonna move my phone out of the way. Actually, I'm not gonna do that. I'm just gonna silence it, so you don't have to hear all of the little things that are going on there. So yeah, that's what's going on for this particular week, and what it's leading up to. The energy that will come from that, most likely, will be the energy of the Queen of Wands, and this is just really lovely as far as I'm concerned. This is really talking about manifestation. This is about abundance. This is about creating through alchemy, really. The wands are about spirituality. It's about burning off the past and growing the new. new growth can't come in without having released what's in the past. So it really makes a lot of sense that all of this work that we've done for all of this time is leading to us right now. There's more work, and the work is going to be really seriously going in and lovingly looking into the shadow side of self, the bits and pieces, the layers that are still asking to be seen, kind of the last vestiges, I believe. And in so doing, we will become that abundant being that we are meant to be, in the feminine way, in the the queenly feminine way, which is really a lot of self-security, inner knowing, very much knowing yourself, understanding what your capabilities are through unconditional love. So lots of possibilities there. Now, the beginning of the...
So, Judy, again, the way that we're doing the reading is we're doing we're doing each week of the month, and we just did the first week, and it's the first week of what led up to this week, what we're going to be facing or processing this week. Right.
This is what led up, and this is the hard work. This is the main theme of the week, and this is about really looking into the shadow self.
Clearing the shadows.
And this is the energy that we will, it's like the jewels that we get from the week. And this is about understanding our own ability to manifest and grow abundantly.
And would you say that would be, because it's the feminine, it would be receptivity of that?
Yes. Yeah. Yes, absolutely. Receptivity of that, allowance for abundance. So it's allowing for the abundance, the knowing that it's there, the nurturing of self, the nurturing of all around us, so that abundance can flow through us and out into what reality gets created from that.
Nice.
Yes. So the second week begins with higher arcana card. By the way, I like to mention the higher arcana cards because the higher arcana cards do tend to be more in the spiritual realm. They're a little bit more highly charged than the others in terms of ascension. They're kind of the ascension picture above the regular card decks. But this is the 5. This is the Hierophant. The moon, by the way, was also a higher arcana card. This is the Hierophant card. It's number 5. 5 is definitely a card of shaking stuff up. It's the chaos card. It's how we move from being stuck in something or getting a little bit too comfortable in a place to really moving ourselves forward and getting change happening. This is about kind of coming out of wow. Okay, so what this is saying to me is that this is, to me, the Hierophant is about institutions. It's about old paradigm church, government, teaching institutions, that kind of thing, old institutions. So it always speaks to me, this particular deck especially speaks to me in that we can sit there on our little stone throne and not get off of that, and if we don't get off of it, we're not going to get to our beautiful music, and that music is sitting right in front of us within reach, but we can't get there if we're just still sitting here in that old way. So this is really saying to me, I think it's going to start getting real clear how unproductive the old system paradigm is. Might very well start seeing even more kind of outing of the old system and old structures at the beginning of next week. It'll be interesting to see how this works out. I have a sense that will be shown, that there will be some real shifting going on, and it'll be obvious. So let's keep an eye on that, see what happens. The week itself, and that's what leads up to That's the energy leading up to how the main theme of the week. And I love this. The main theme of this next week is all about love. This is brand new beginnings, brand new understandings of what love means and what it can produce. It's a kind of a new marriage almost, or a new birthing.
Beautiful.
Absolutely. So, don't be, when we see this death and destruction of old systems, it can be a little chaotic, and if we still continue to think of things in the old way, we could get all upset with it, and we could get all, nervous about it. But what this is saying is, don't worry about that. Watch it, dispassionately watch it. Be with the old energies falling apart without judgment, because when you do that, this is actually what is going to come about. It creates within you the ability to show the fountain of love that you are, and the fountain of love that you produce, that will create new amazing things in your life. And then those two energies leading into what comes from that will be the Knight of Pentacles. And this is really more of a stable way of being with money, with home, with family. It's a youthful, loving, stable way. Everything's planted in the background here. He's not like bat out of hell knight like most of the other ones are. He's just standing there, and he's got one new coin, one new way of seeing things. So so we've got the one here and then the one here. Because of the love, we'll be able to see how we consider currency in a very different way. And we won't feel the need to rush and run after it. So that's going to be really interesting to see what that looks like.
I'm getting chills, Judy. This is awesome. I love it.
That's awesome. And this is the week that the 9th comes in. And I don't know about most, if many of you know what I'm talking about with that, but there have been some channelings that have come through.
Right.
Mentioning
I'm getting more chills. Maybe we'll do a reading for the 9th.
Yeah.
Right close to it.
I think that would be an excellent idea, and this really makes such good sense too. It's like get off the mark, allow yourself to overflow with the unconditional love that you really truly are inside. And when you do that, how we see currency, how we see ourselves, how we embody self in that way will feel different. The beginning of the 3rd week, what leads up to what is influencing the energy of the 3rd week, is another higher arcana card. And this is the 4, the Emperor. I love this guy because he's kind of like in your face. I'm not doing it your way anymore. This is the guy who is just before the Emperor. Just before the Hierophant. And what he's done is, he's kind of come out of the old system, and he's decided he's going to create his own kingdom his own way. So this is about taking your life into your own hands, being responsible, self-responsible for what it is that you want your world to be, creating your own kingdom in your own way. And of course, in a masculine way, which is a doing way. It's, creating a new stability for yourself. In a very unique new way, which actually just flows right straight through with those last 2 weeks. Now that influences the energy of the main energy of the 3rd week, but the main energy of the 3rd week is the star of the whole tarot deck. And again, this is the higher arcana card. This is what is called the Fool. I call him the hero because he really truly is the hero, and so are you. Each one of us is the hero. And this is about taking a leap of faith. Faith that we have aligned within ourselves for eons to be prepared for this time. Okay? This is the leap of faith. This could be travel. Feels like travel, actually. Because we will be traveling. Even if we stay physically in the same spot, this is a traveling card. This is a leap of faith. This is a moving into a new paradigm, not bringing anything but the heart that you have, and maybe your little bag of gifts and tricks, and taking them with you. But it is time to move forward into a new paradigm, and it will be noticed in that third week. The energy, wow, that will allow moving out into our reality that third week is another higher arcana card. This is the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5th higher arcana card already, which is massive, 78 cards. And this one is the ever like worried about number, gosh, I need new glasses, 16. This is the Tower card. Now that adds up to 7. This is all about rebirth. This is about the breaking down of everything that no longer suits and allowing new things to come in. But it's the breaking down. It's, look, that's what this is. This is like leaving it all behind. And this is saying, yeah, that what you thought you knew isn't anymore. It's changing and changing fast. So don't be surprised if in that third week that, this Hierophant card, we look at that and we were saying, what's going to happen in that second week? We're going to have some, in our face shifting and changing of what we knew about old systems. And this is really a much bigger one. This is actually something seriously big time shifting and changing that might actually bring a lot of people together in a way that is needed. It depends on, it really depends on how gentle we are with ourselves, how much we are able to see with inside of ourselves when in that first week when we're looking into the shadow, how drastic and dramatic we need this to be, because it could get pretty dramatic. But if it does, again, all it is asking for us to come together, allowing our heart to overflow with unconditional love, because this is really what it's all about. This is right in the 9th area, by the way. This is right in that space that says the 9th, which I find really fascinating. So that was the third week. Do you have any questions about that, Carrie?
When you're saying the 9th, you mean the date the 9th, correct? Just to be
yes.
Yes, we're talking
April, it falls right in.
The 9th, 10th is even being called potentially an element of the event moving forward. There's a lot of different things that are being looked at.
And that's what's showing up in its space.
Yeah. And I think, I'm just getting currents through me the whole time. It just feels so right on. And yes, 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 and yes. It's really, really good. Yeah.
Beautiful. Thank you. All right, so now we're going to start into the fourth week.
We're losing you a little bit there. Let me mute.
Okay, so we're going to start into the fourth week now, and the energy that is influencing the fourth week is the 6 of Cups. Love this card, actually. This is all about moving into the child self, the innocent self. This is about playing. It's about going into the space of your inner child and enjoying that space, allowing your child to play freely without all of the jaded life circumstances that have covered that over and made it into something that we don't allow ourselves to play. So the fourth week is really going to be about moving into that inner child state, loving that inner child, allowing ourselves to play, allowing ourselves to feel the fullness of the truth of who we are, because you don't get this without that, allowing the love to, your internet connection is unstable, it said. Hopefully we're still good.
Your phase is out a little bit, Judy, but it's definitely energy. It's energy. So let's just keep the energy even and
beautiful.
Yeah.
All right. So it starts with the 6 of Cups, with the inner child, and then the main energy. The main energy of the fourth week is the Knight of Swords, and this is kind of the bat out of hell guy that I was talking about before, where the Knight of Pentacles is very stable and steady. This is the one who's the absolute opposite. This is the Knight of Swords. Swords is about thoughts. It's about mind, considerations, sometimes inspiration. But it's really, most of the time, it's about old thought patterns that rule our lives. And this is about going into, it's like heading towards the past, and it's going in there with the sword held up high saying, I know my own thoughts now. I'm cutting my ties to all things that no longer serve. All of those old thought patternings that have just been rote, they just keep coming in because I haven't noticed them, and they pattern me, and I'm now seeing that and able to go in with great force and will and jovialness. There's like an adventure, like, about this, especially with the child energy above that. There is a child energy in this that's saying, I know how to do this now. Chop, chop, chop.
I love that. It's awesome. Yeah. I can really see that.
Very, very cool. Ooh. So the energy that takes us into May, which is at the end of April here, and that is the likely culmination of that particular week, we've got, the child-hearted energy, and then the kind of the teenage child energy of going in and taking out all of the old patternings. And then we've got the Death card, another higher arcana card. I love this card. Look, the horse and the dogs are white. That's spirit. And look at the halo over the head of death. Death is the reemergence back into the fullness of self.
That is awesome.
This is in 13. 13 is the number of, for me anyway, it is the number of great change, like huge cycle change. Drastic. It's like the metamorphosis of a butterfly.
Well,
change.
And death is always transformation, rebirth.
Sure.
And then so is 13. To me, 13, there is always 12 plus 1. And it's then this number of completion so that you move on to the next phase.
Yeah, and 13 is actually, it's a number of the cycles that the Mayans went by. They went by 1320 instead of the 1260 that we do. And it's always the end of a cycle, beginning of a new. In fact, I think the Mayan calendar count switched over from, it was either from or to 13-00000000. 13, massive number. So really what this is saying is that we're starting out with, all of the hard work that we've done, coming into really looking within inside of ourselves now, clearing out that old energy, realizing that we're transforming as we do that. Second week is the Hierophant. We're going to probably be seeing some things in the news that will show that these old institutions are no longer going to be upheld. Our own unconditional love comes through for us in this. We will be, my sense is that our guides, our angels will help us with this energy. It will kind of unlock things for us so that we can flow that out more easily, finding a better kind of stability within the three-dimensional world, multi-dimensionally, but in that more stability in that creation. Third week starts out with the Emperor, who's creating his own new way of seeing things, really just creating a whole new world, taking that leap of faith, moving into the next phase, letting everything crumble, because you can't build on something that was, you've got to rebuild on a flat surface. You need something like that. The beginning of the fourth week, tap into the childlike energy within inside of yourself. Love yourself, treat yourself, your emotions and everything that goes on. Be really kind and gentle and loving to yourself. Go ahead and go on in there. Take out everything that no longer serves you. Be brave. Make it happen. And then watch as transformation comes about, because it is happening. So, yeah, wow.
Awesome, Judy. That was fantastic. I love the reading, and then I love the review. The review is just really nice because you get this whole flow of, how this energy is emerging in us, through us, around us, and that we as a collective are so much part of it, and that what we choose to do within ourselves is part of how everything moves forward.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And and the realization that all of the hard work and in the difficult times that seem difficult because, we placed this value system on certain occurrences, or we've had them placed and we've adopted that just by not changing it ourselves, and because everybody else does, we did that. But I see the crumbling of this, as being a gift. Otherwise we wouldn't have things that crumble.
Oh yeah.
It's a gift. And that's a gift. It's the same thing, and it's in the same place just the next week over. So the energies of these 2 weeks at the bottom are really about transformation. That second and third week, they're in transformation, but because we're taking that leap of faith, and it has to kind of let go of old strings, which kind of lets everything fall back and fall away. You don't want to bring anything with you, because if you bring it with you, you don't get to create new again. You don't get this kind of flow when you carry everything with you. Your bags need to be empty, and that's why this is so important right here, to go into that space this coming week, this week right now. You're going to be brought into this energy this week of the full moon was just last week, right? But the energies of this moon, there will always be the opportunity to look at what's going on as positive or negative. And this is about taking the responsibility yourself for making that justification or that realization for yourself. Don't use anything that somebody gave you or that life gave you. Start recreating what it is that you think about everything. And the only way to do that is to go deep inside of yourself and see what you believe to be true in your subconscious, and love that into its fullness. Love it into the wholeness, because it acts as an adversary until you love it. And as you love it and give it space to be, it actually kind of dispenses itself into the fullness of who you are, and finds absolute balance, and becomes from the adversary into an ally. And that's what we want to have happen now, is we want to be in a space where we're transmuting all of the shadow parts of self, all of that old information that has brought us to this massive time of transformation. The womb is dying, it's time to be born. We're not going back in to redecorate the womb anymore. So what we have to do is look at that seeming reality that's pushing us out of it, not as the bad guy, but as something that actually makes perfect sense. We're not meant to live that forever. We're meant to transform, and we're in that space. And everything is really showing us now how it's going. So if we take control of our own thought processes and overflow that love out into self, be that inner child, play, enjoy, and allow the transformations to happen, I think that'll make this month just really, really transformative.
Cool. Awesome. So we'll do this again next month. We'll just start doing a regular thing, and periodically, if we have some special days, maybe we'll do an extra reading in there. Judy, I want to thank you so much for your insights and your always ongoing insights as a wonderful being in this transformational team on the planet, and let other people know they can access you if they need to, and you can give them your personal insights. And meanwhile, we want to thank Naturally Better TV for being a wonderful place for us to share these shows. And much love to all. Many blessings. And we shall see you all on the next show. Keep following us, because there's all kinds of good things coming forth. So thank you, Judy. So much love, many blessings.
Bye, everybody. Love you.